The Old Testament was primarily focused with God punishing people for sins that they actively committed. But when Jesus Christ came along and introduced the new covenant, he placed the new covenant with a greater emphasis on a person's attitude and a person's disposition. Now, in that word disposition, you get the word position. And so what causes a person to sin is how they are positioned towards either God or towards either the devil. Now, if you are positioned towards the devil, meaning you're facing him, then you're going to receive from his plate. You're going to eat that fruit of the devil, which is very similar to the tree of good and evil. However, you're going to eat Satan's fruit and you're going to receive communications from the devil. So that disposition that you have, since you are facing towards evil, causes you to perform the activities. This is why Jesus Christ pointed it out. He pointed it out in Matthew 5:28 that, and I'm paraphrasing, but Jesus says in Matthew 5:28, whoever looks upon a woman with lust in his eyes has already committed sin. And that could be, unisexual. If a woman looks upon a man with lust in her eyes, she's already committed sin. Why? Because you've already done it spiritually in your heart, which is basically like going through with the activity. And so Jesus explained that, hey, look, both of these are evil. Matter of fact, it's just wickedness. And what we have to understand here is, what is our disposition? See, when we're predisposed to be pointed in God's direction, when we look to the Almighty, when we look to heaven, when we look to the holiness and the righteousness of Christ, then we receive from his table. Then we receive the communication and the instructions only from God. This is why King David said, I have set my face towards heaven. This is why also in the Bible says, I look to thee, O Lord. Who you're looking towards is the major reason why we do the activity we do. One thing that people are constantly looking towards in this modern smartphone and smart device era is social media, is movies, is the dramas and the arts, or people are listening to pornographic sexual music, which is not by chance that way. All of that music industry is engineered to produce sin. And so the devil pays billions and millions to nasty Rihanna, showing off her nasty thong behind as she models for her nasty lingerie line. Or whatever witch Ariana Grande, or sorcerer like Drake or Chris Brown, somewhere grabbing on a woman's behind, taking photos if you want to take a photo with Chris Brown. These people get paid the wages of sin so that Satan's kingdom can thrive. They're the devil's #1 agency. And when people look towards them, they begin to emulate them. Just like looking towards a statue or an idol. So who you are predisposed to makes a major difference on the fruit that you produce. Position yourself towards God in front of Jesus, his word, his Bible, and you will only produce the fruit of God. Then your life will be holiness. But when you're predisposed and your attitude is towards evil in this world, then the fruit of unrighteousness you will always yield. Maranatha.